it's just funny. It's just saying this. So I'm
Yeah.
saying, hi, my name is Bob Wang.
Although
So,
it would be
we're covering from
hilarious to
QBO.
have like an accountant's Instagram thing where you're like, look at me, I'm doing taxes on a beach.
Like that.
Yes, there is. Well,
And some with people on a boat.
My plan last tax season was going to be that I was working in the middle of tax season from a cruise ship in the middle of the Bahamas.
Nice.
Didn't happen. My husband went off work and then I herniated my disc so I couldn't walk. So yeah, didn't happen. But that's going to happen next tax season.
Yeah.
That will
Now,
be excellent.
my experience with the cruise ship Wi-Fi is it's not so fast.
No, you pay for the package.
You know what?
It does work.
I would pay for the high-speed package, but that's
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
because that's really got them back there working hard.
Yeah.
They'll look at it, they'll send it to
You
you,
just need
you
to check
review,
emails.
and then you have to
Exactly,
say okay
exactly.
and be able to send
check
that
emails,
off.
and by next tax season they'll be doing more. So I'll just be check emails and just review. Okay, and hopefully the T1s are online by then.
We did a whole bunch of I was in Japan last year and we did a bunch of work there. Nobody
the what?
freaking noticed.
The Wi-Fi was good and everything.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. And nobody noticed. Like they got emails from me at really weird hours, but they honestly didn't even miss me,
Well, you guys know Bori,
which
right?
may be
Yeah, I
sad.
Yeah, but look at Bori. She was like last summer. She was out in Europe for most
Yeah,
of it.
she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's awesome.
It's really,
Yeah.
really excellent.
My goal is to go to QB UK, QB Connect UK for a month. Go there, do the QB, hang out in London, and do work.
Yeah.
And rent, and it'll be a business expense when I rent the Airbnb at in London. Then you do London, where I work there. The next one will be Sydney,
Yeah.
QB Connect in
Yeah.
Sydney. Where you go and you do work for a month. You rent the Airbnb
And just do the circuit.
And you
Well,
do
then
the
you know what?
circuit.
And a bunch of us
See,
have
that's
to
why I
get
would like
together
to-
and plan a
I-
team because
I
I
think
want to
it's-
do both of them too.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And
Okay.
we should get a whole group doing it. Go,
Well,
going
then
around
you
the
do,
world.
hey, and
No.
with carbon or 17 hats, whatever. I mean, I'm doing work with my clients and talking and everything else.
The problem for me is not the technology and the capability
Right.
to do the work. It's the self-discipline
Exactly,
to check out from
because-
the conference and
Well, and
No,
not
no,
even
no,
check
no,
out
no,
for the
no.
conferences, check out for
No,
the socializing
no, no,
with the
no.
alcohol
Yeah.
once you get
No,
together
no,
with
no.
everybody. You're like,
The point
I
is
can't
that that's what I mean. I'll be
I've
there
done
a
no work
month.
this time.
Yeah.
I'll be at.
I checked a few emails this morning. I had to
No.
do
Did
it. Well, I was at like 150 after one day. I was like, I better do a couple.
My point is,
Yeah.
I'm at I'll be in London for a month.
Yeah.
It's a week of QB Connect.
So
it's
it's
just afterwards that
Yeah.
I will be doing work and everything else.
Yeah.
And
But the problem is, I hear that, but I also have, in my travels, I know that, well, I'm in a new country, I want to explore, I want to...
Yeah.
And so you're never as productive, and it has nothing to do with the technology. The technology enables, you can absolutely do that.
You can do it.
You just have to be realistic with the
discipline.
fact that you have to be disciplined, and you have to be realistic that you're gonna, if you're lucky to get 4-hour days.
Well, see,
The
that's
point is to put out fires.
Yeah.
The point is to make sure my staff is working. The point is to contact with clients to say, hey, I'm on holidays, I'll help you a little bit, but if not to do heavy lifting.
Yeah.
No.
It's to make sure that the practice works, there's no fires, there's no big issues, my clients are happy, my staff is working, everything's taken care of, and then I'm done. for the
Yeah,
day.
it's
Click,
log in,
That's it.
check your email, check your dashboard.
Contact
or
a few things.
Maybe take 1 or 2 meetings.
Yeah, do that, make sure everything's fine, everyone's busy, you're busy, click, close it, I'm gone.
Yeah.
See, for us in Japan, it was nothing open before 10 o'clock. And
Right.
so we get up, and strangely, I didn't need sleep while I was there. So I'd go to bed at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, get up at like 3 or 4.
Do work.
I've got a good work day ahead, and then I'm going to go wander around in the city starting
right.
at like 10.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right.
A lot depends on the timing of where you are and the time zone differences
Yeah.
and how that's all going to work. Because like you said, when doing emails, when they get emails in the odd hour of night, it's not the end of the world, but it's so much less effective. Trust me, dealing with offshore people, I know how much of a difference, like when you're on a different time zone and you've only got a few hours where you're overlapping, it can cost you 2 days for the simplest of issues.
Yeah.
Just because you send an email, you think it's clear as day, they have a question, they send it back, and then you send back the answer, next thing you know, 2 days are gone. It's frustrating.
No, if you have those things, that's when you phone. I mean, if it's a big enough issue, you phone.
Yeah.
You talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just cover it because, none of this telephone tag and everything. If it's an issue, we will deal with it on the phone.
Put aside
You
the
know
time,
what,
get
though?
up early, do it.
If it's an
honestly,
issue.
With what we do, anyway, you know what, especially on the bookkeeping side of things, we used to work A couple of years ago, we were still working, 90 days behind, on 60 to 90 days behind on average. There is nothing other than payroll that is that important. We get advance notice of all of our deadlines. Deadlines come same time every year. We know what everything's doing. There's nothing that important.
So why do you think we still, as accountants, feel so much pressure? Because you're right. I mean, these aren't new.
What do you mean by pressure?
Maybe I'm alone in this.
No, you're not. No.
But, I feel like the pressure to make sure our clients are on time, and even those clients who bring us in with completely unrealistic deadlines, they've known their deadlines for months, but they still bring it in.
Of course they do.
That last minute, and then we're stuck there trying
It's a mindset.
And
That is something we need to work on with
mindset.
ourselves.
Yeah.
I fully believe that. We are putting unnecessary pressure on ourselves. We're letting our clients dictate
A good
that.
question
And
is,
I fall victim to that
I
every single
don't-
year. Every year.
And then the thing is, if you do it for them too,
They
then
start to
next year,
expect it.
No.
No, I have those clients that bring this crap in. They're like, I know it's due tonight, but you got to do this. And what do? I'm an idiot.
You do
I rush
it?
through. I'm
No,
like, I will
no.
stay up and I'll file till midnight.
No.
And every year I say, I know I shouldn't.
I don't.
think
It's
we've
my
also
fault.
created a false sense of capacity because you get
every single
ahead.
my client thinks
Yes.
they're my only client.
No,
Yeah.
I purposely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's an urgent, for some of my clients, I purposely delay responding back. You know about your client. Some clients are high maintenance, they expect things in that. So those I do, but if they do, I do that, and you know what happens later? They get a bill, a big bill for on-demand thing. Then we have a discussion, and then we go from there. So the point is that you have to learn you have to get away from the mentality of when the client says jump, you jump. Now you have to get to the mentality when the client says jump, you go, let me think about that. Let me think about that. And then decide. Because why should us bear the burden of the inadequacies of our clients? We should
Because
not.
we're perfectionists.
I hit, even last year, I hit once. It was only once where I hit almost 48 hours up straight working. Like I
You
literally
get
take a
sick.
break.
You get sick.
I
I've done
do.
72.
I do. Absolutely. That's
Did
what
it?
happens when there's one person doing 600 tax returns, plus trying to do the bookkeeping, plus trying to do everything else I got my hands in.
On
And-
May
and
from
I
May
know.
1st to May 3rd, May 1st to May 5th, you were sick. I bet.
Oh, no, I've been longer. When I get sick, my lungs are crap. Like it just sticks with me. I'm sick for months, so I can't afford that, right?
That's
But
part
it
of it.
happens every year. So what I instituted last year, Leanne is going to force me to stick to it. Is we actually, because and again, I created it myself. My tax clients, when that's all I did, and I only had 100, I'm like, great, I do it. They've got it done 24 hours later. I created it then. No, 24 to 48 hours. So now it's a week. We tell them it's going to be approximately a week. And it might even be longer, but roughly about a week. If they want to pay for faster service, we'll do 3 days. They're going to pay me more for that first off, and then they'll go to the top of the pile. But then what we did is we actually created last year an automatic workflow that says, okay, once it comes in, we've got their file prepped, they're automatically sent an email. Great, your taxes have been prepped. They're waiting for Tanya to get to. When I go in, I click in 17. That's a trigger. Yep, I've got it, and they get an email. Okay, Tanya's starting to work on your file, and then the next one is, oh, okay, great, file's done. Tanya's left you a message or whatever. So if there's, give a call to the office. We've got everything ready for you. Because what was happening is the first year that I got inundated, like I usually get about 100 returns alone during March break that come in. You cannot keep up to that crap. And because people had these happenings, I spent one full day fielding phone calls. Is my return done? Is my return done? Is my return done? Are you freaking kidding me? Did I call you to tell you your return was done? So that's why I created these emails. And that is that you will get an email. It'll tell you, just like, you're getting something shipped from Canada Post. It's a tracking email. So we started that last year, and it went well. I still tried to push through quicker. So this year, they're locking me out of the office. That's it. They're locking me out, and Leanne's going to be training to do the easier T1s. And if it doesn't work, we're stopping taxes next year. I mean, I don't want to, because that's like 40 grand. It's an easy 40 grand, right? From taxes. I don't want to, but if we
Your
can't,
health and your mental.
it's not worth, well,
No,
no, it's
it's
not
not.
easy.
It's probably the most
Easy
difficult
pile of
40
money.
grand you will ever
Okay,
make.
true.
No,
True.
It's just intense time where you work and then you have good cash flow. but sometimes you question,
But yeah,
is it
health
worth it for
suffers.
intense time? It's an intense 6 weeks.
Well, there's and the health suffers. I don't. Okay, I'm drinking pop today, but I don't drink pop. Tax season, because I don't drink coffee. Tax season, I freaking like the Pepsi and the weight that I put on during tax season. I'm spending all year trying to get it back off, and it's so unhealthy. And I feel the heart palpitations, all because of the stupid caffeine in Pepsi. So, just different things just to keep me awake and keep me on. And it is so hard on our bodies. Absolutely.
One thing I did for tax season, it's been great. Once tax season starts, I schedule a massage every 2 weeks.
Nice.
A full I book out literally for the months of March and April on a certain day at a certain time. I will be at the RMT massage, and
good
it's
idea.
booked ahead like that. So this way, because I know if I
You're like, don't
my
you dare
back,
cancel me.
my back, my lower back, your shoulders, you could get neck, everything's gonna get tight. And then by the time it gets tight, the time I go, it's another she's busy, so it's gonna be another week, so I'm gonna suffer. So I pre-book and plan out that from March to end of April, on these days, at these times, I will go. And you know what? I look forward to it because I know I go, you lie there, you ow because they find those knots and they break them through on your back and you go ow, but then you feel so much better. And then, but it's all pre-booked.
Yeah.
You plan it
Well,
out.
you're scheduling your
A
own
break time.
Because I usually you're talking about your body, but I look at it as also your mind, right? You're
Yeah, it's
scheduling
clear. You go
the
there and
cleansing.
literally I may fall asleep
Yeah.
or may relax, and she has the dim lights and the music, and and you go ow bad, but they find
Apparently,
those knots.
James likes the tough massage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it breaks the knots down in your back. That's deep knots in your back. That are the ones that if you don't, those your lower back tightens up, your upper back, your trapeze muscles pushes to your neck, upper neck, headache
Yep.
and stuff. So that's one of the best advice is to plan out. You know your season's coming. You plan out break times,
You know what I
whatever
think
that
I'm
means.
going to do? I'm actually going to plan for RMTs to come into my office for all this stuff.
We
That's nice.
we have that. One
Nice.
of the benefits we did is after
It's
tax
not very
season.
expensive if you think
No.
about it. Right? Come and just give them all like 15-minute, half-hour massages.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what?
and
That's all they need, right?
Yeah, you do that. What we did for a few years ago is after tax season, one of my clients does a mobile pedicure and manicure.
Right.
So I had ladies in the office. So on May 2nd and 3rd, I said, I'm not going to be there. They go in, they order whatever you want, catered and everything. And then the team of manicurists and pedicurists come and gave it was all female staff, gave them pedicures and manicures and massage for the whole day.
I can't wait to get Michael and Sally their manicures and
Right?
pedicures.
And it was just relax and everything else. They didn't do anything. Well, it was because they were working. You know how many hours they worked
See,
during the tax
we always
But
do
that
something
goes a long
special
way
right
for
at the
relieving
end.
their stress, which ultimately means that they're going to do it
Yeah,
better.
they're efficient. So, and the money it cost, it was cheap, relatively speaking, it was cheap.
Supporting your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we do something special right at the end of tax season. I usually pay them to have 2 days off to shut down, go home, do that, and then the middle. What I do, I get creeped out with people touching me for massages and stuff.
Or whatever
So-
work, whatever.
Well, what I do though is right in actually the middle of tax season, I usually book like something for my daughter or myself. That's my. So we do something really special. So last year we did Green Day, middle of tax season. The year before we went and met Marianas Trench. The year before we went and met Headley, did their concerts, meet them, and then again my tax season, which anybody who knows me will know that most of my tax season money goes towards our supernatural conventions to go $5,000 to spend a weekend with the cast. So that's what I push towards. And so my husband's like, I can't go spend money on here, but you can spend $5,000 for a weekend, and I'm like, buddy, buddy. I go listen, buddy. I work my ass off through tax season, and I am taking your daughter out for an experience. I thought I could be out having a midlife crisis, having affairs, doing whatever, but no, I'm doing it for with our daughter. Seriously, back off. He's like, okay. I said, if you want to work your ass off for 3 months, 24 hours a day, you can do whatever the hell you want with that too.
So you plan out your tax season like it's almost like a a campaign, a battle. You pick your things, you do things, but you schedule it in, because if you don't schedule it, once you're in it,
Right.
you're busy.
You never have time.
Your headed space is
I
such
can
that,
schedule my sleep time.
right, literally.
Yes.
You know, and or you, even if you about this sleeping, you know now sleep is the new thing, and Adriana Huffington wrote about sleep and about what it's
Sleep, what
important.
sleep?
Sleep, and it's important.
I know.
So
I've heard
you-
about that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I haven't experienced it.
Yeah,
I've
but
heard
then
about
the
it.
thing is, you have to plan out about when, if you talk about sleep, you sleep, you have good drapes. The temperature in the room has to be a certain amount. It should be
Yeah.
low. You should have no blue light in. There should be a book, and there's all these, because this way you have to plan out all that. Get your book ready and everything else. So this way, because during that 6 to 8 weeks, you cannot make decisions because you're just reacting.
Right.
You're reacting to your attack.
And decisions you make will not be good
Right.
decisions.
So before you have to plan it out, because during that time, I get angry when someone wants me to go out for lunch. I say, no, we're not doing lunch. I cannot afford an hour outside for lunch.
And isn't it horrible when they're like, well, you got to eat anyways? I'm like, I'll be eating at my desk.
Exactly,
while I'm
right?
working.
Exactly.
So that's why is that I for those 6 weeks, I know what I do. I have my schedule. Every hour is precious, and it's all planned out. So you plan it out, and you stay to your routine, and you take care of yourself. Because if you don't, a few years ago, May 1st to May 4th, I would always be out. But by setting up all these things now, when May 1st comes, I'm not sick, I'm healthier, I'm not, my recovery is quick because you've taken care of yourself for the 8 weeks or 6 weeks.
I also find it's impossible May 1st to just shut down anyways, because
You're unwinding.
pushed
You're
all of
unwinding.
those deadlines
Right.
that aren't tax related to May. I'll deal with you then.
No, I
and
don't.
now my to-do list in
No,
May.
my-
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But-
It doesn't
Yeah.
end in
No,
May because
no,
you
you
push
just-
everything until
yeah.
But
at
for the
least
first-
2 more weeks.
Absolutely.
The first
And now
5
we've
days
got
in
June
May.
15th on the horizon.
The thing is during April, if we have things to do in May, I have a May